Hello, hello, and hello some more. This is JDog X211 coming at you with the second to last Horizon Zero Dawn Challenge playthrough, Shamanistic weapons only. So, last time we finished up the cut,
I swore I'd ask him to marry me on a sunny day. Hope he says yes.
and now it is time to end all of this. We are on our way to the Temple of the Sun to to initiate the very last quest. The Looming Shadow. As you can see from our statistics, we've completed the Frozen Wilds, except for that one coil. Uninterested. And now we are at 97% for game progression in the main storyline, which means it is time to go and speak to Avad about the massive horde of these things that are stomping towards this city. Hayes intends to use the spire to transmit a resurrection signal, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone. This was the reason for the Revenge of the Nora and Into the Borderlands. Because now I will have both Nora, Sonya, and Varl, as well as Aaron and his vanguard alongside me. I also make sure not to complete the cause for concern, because there is a trophy that you can get for helping if you have as many allies as possible. Talana, the folks from Sunfall, Natiri? Natiri? No, that's not Natiri. Vanasha, as well as Bahavis. Wait, no. Uthid, and all the other ones here. Like I also mentioned in Frontier Justice, if you chose to confront the problem, Noltuk will actually come down here along with Aratak, and you'll have a chance to speak to him again. But I like the option that I gave him before better. You can see the waterfall in the distance, but you can't see the machines. Alright. But like I said, I'm primed, prepped, and ready.
I face the sun with pride, because I know I earned my place. We all have our place in the order of things.
Courting that nobleman, you wouldn't be so eager to speak with me if you knew.
That's ominous. Hmm? Why is Aaron still down here? I was actually looking for Murad.
That's what I say. You still want to talk?
I'll see you later.
I hope so.
Huh, but no Murad. Odd.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want... It will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let...
I'm trying to understand, but
Meridian isn't the target, Avad.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron...
And have the city guard fort...
Aloy. Allow me... If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death,
Then you have it. As...
even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time.
I don't know about everything.
Have you spoken to Black?
Not yet.
He wishes to speak to you.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere... Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there.
And now we are off to the ridge and the spire. I'm hoping this will be faster than taking the elevator. Excellent.
Only the finest goods.
Months since then have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of central armature and the master override. Worked a message from Oswald. Aussie launched yesterday. Aussie message to the alphas. building of the ship by Longfellow.
It'll cost you a shard just to look.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. Buy what you need, leave the rest.
It's a shame it's a shame the sun's going down. Gonna end up touring this place and saying hello to all my old friends in the dark.
Crazy asshole tried to kill our son with a machine gun.
But as you can see,
Should be out there fighting machines, not pacing around here.
Alita, Petra, Nakoa, Geneva, Nil, Uthid, Vanasha, Teb.
There are
Have you
no
just
shadows under the
polished that
noonday
armor,
sun.
Uthid?
Words to live
Of
by.
course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
nothing?
It was
Out with it,
Dervahl.
woman.
He
Forget
tried
I
to
said
kill the
anything.
Sun
You
King.
look very
Unbelievable.
dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Aloy,
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
Basically, his responsibility is to make sure that all their quivers have plenty of arrows. Their medics have provisional herbs and bandages and such. Basically, he's the grease that he's one of the globs of grease that keeps the wheels turning. His job is to make sure everybody else can do their job.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the
She didn't need to.
Are down.
Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Pfft. Dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. Hera stuck around long enough to give us a detailed briefing. Terminal phase. The color of the sky and the atmosphere won't be breathable. European and West African civilian brigades are trapped in their barracks against the Atlantic. The swarm sculled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstruction of the rainforest, and it comes to this. Advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. Projections show that we can still finish in time, but the margin for error is more or less 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Oh boy.
Aloy,
Um,
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... although, I can't shake this road. Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then.
Here's to that.
Lucky that the
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't...
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know...
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a...
Of course.
I've been waiting. The enemy we face today, fanatics. I hate... I said I came for you, but...
I'm with you, Vanasha.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Good day.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
Can be. Cinnabar Sands was before that, and there were no survivors.
Well, I don't like to boast.
Oh, sun, keep the shadow from falling upon me.
His reputation precedes him.
Nil?
Hey, they told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. You know, I waited for you. And I was a little disappointed. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed, like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist? Killed anyone lately you'd like to talk about?
I killed a giant fire-breathing bear. Alright.
Nakoa.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the
Like
battle?
you said, we'll stop Helis
As many as I have to.
together.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
Pfft, those two.
Geneva. They called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy. Can't fault my prisoners' discipline. All those dawn drills have served them well.
Alright.
The Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their mistakes.
Elita, I'm pleased to see.
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I love those eyes of hers. It's like they're so bright compared to the rest of her in the moonlight. Those brilliant blue eyes. Actually.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
I was wondering for a minute if Well, obviously the eyes are the first thing you're drawn to on a face. So I was wondering for a second if no matter what, those don't change.
You'll always be with me. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun.
Thank you, Alita.
How did he get so close to the sun?
Antidotes.
The Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their mistakes.
Father understood that I couldn't just stand by in my garden.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard.
Alright, and last but not least,
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to...
Good thing I'm persistent then.
Marat asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did. It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra.
We'll see each other again. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though. I don't make weapons for a living. It's more of a diversion.
Huh.
That's a nice spear, Uthid.
Thank you.
I like the way you grip it.
Living anywhere else.
Enough, woman.
King Avad sent spies to free Prince Damon from the clutches of the Shadow Carja.
Let's see. Shoot. I thought I was gonna have a minute. Ah, fine. I missed that one. Sorry. Trying to see if there's anybody else around here before I head up. Bingo. Aratak and Uliki.
Aratak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way. Cyan said she could not predict the outcome. If she had, I would have chosen not to hear it. Did we not fight back machine demons before? You, my sister, and I.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought. No. I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go so many machines. Even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait. From their metal bones, I'll make my armor and my song.
Let's see. And there's Talana.
Talana.
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Unfortunately, no.
When you need me, I'll follow your lead. I came prepared. I have arrows enough to take down 5 armies.
Unfortunately, the biggest and ugliest bastard here literally has his literally has her name written all over him. There's Vral, Naman, and that should be Erend over there. So... Sonya. Vertical structure of unknown origin, advanced metamaterial construction. It looks like it's made from cauldron doors. That triangular shape. Gotta wonder why Glinthawks and stuff haven't, been taking it apart from the top down.
It rises during their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed.
War Chief, you...
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word. The Karja do not impress me. To build so tall is to invite the fate of the ancients. We will stand tall, for we are the strength of the Nora.
Pop over to Brawl real quick, then see how Namana's doing.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't.
She doesn't much like being...
I gave my word.
So...
I've seen many new things since I first...
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine.
Sheesh, when you say it like that.
And you, after all that's happened, I feel like I should...
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow.
Don't be too hard on them. They only...
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come, and we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess...
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both...
So am I. Your friend, the Vanguard, keeps looking
anointed.
over.
Here you are. I'm right here, in front of me. Hello.
Up here, I'm not sure if the world has grown bigger,
Pray
or
for
I've
me,
grown
Aloy.
smaller.
From your lips to the goddess's ears.
I apologize for the war chief. She is hating this. Your friend, the Vanguard, keeps looking over.
Where...
O great sun, how does your gaze fall? In approval or approach? Turn our head to the west, where only you may go. You grant cold metal the warmth of life, and let the machines bask in your great shining. For you, the shadows shrink and part and gather again only at your allowance, without form. Your eyes, the day, your ears, the priests, your lips, the radiant Sun King, as there was before and will be again, your light.
Naman, I should have known if there was gonna be...
And if the Sun King had allowed outlanders to set foot upon the Alight, this Aloy could only be you. I wish the circumstances were different. Or that the Psalms of the Sun could give you peace of mind. But if you'll allow me...
Go ahead.
You've shown strength and compassion. Our enemy is only a desperate hate. Both sides claim the blessing of the sun. But the sun that I pray to, it would bestow it.
You know, Naman, I'm already under some pretty heavy divine pressure, but I'll try to live up to it.
The tribes united against Shadow. How could that not be the sun's will? The Ataru have a proverb. Green grows from the ashes of a forest blaze. From what I could gather, the Nora believed their goddess chose them for a fated battle. The Oseram believe in many things. The forges hiss, the charcoals crack, the creak of the fermenting barrel. Complex omens.
I normally don't like priests. Religion has never been something that I'm comfortable with. But I will say, he is a breath of fresh... But I will say, old Naman is a breath of fresh air.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Aloy, So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
Them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
Okay, right now he's just trying to put that out of his mind with a little, you know, hoorah. Not the worst idea. But, bah.
At the front of the line! And why? Steal them. And what are we gonna do? Hit him like a damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
And the whole rest of the dang
We're
world.
here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Yeah.
What kind of machines have they got?
Big, ugly ones. From the ancients. Ugly and ancient? Like your mother?
Worse, like your wife.
That's enough. This is what I have to deal with.
It's been, what, 41 hours since Harris warned me. Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wicked's assailant. 5 or 6 days, we had a scramble, ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Once Gaia was on her way, together and give them bad news. Close but not quite there. Still testosterone, kinks to smooth. Get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Well, hey, we all know what would happen if this didn't work. Nothing would happen. Setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Nauseate all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on a consciousness or coincidence. If I never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, we never would have had living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner than necessary, the necessary life support systems would have never been installed. If. At least we won't endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. Ooh, that is weird. Up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. General Harris, Salient collapsed, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I go tell the others. This must have been right before that hatch malfunctioned when they sealed it up. They were locking everything up, that hatch didn't close, and then the swarm showed up and she couldn't get back inside.
We gonna fight soon? I'm getting hungry.
You're always hungry.
Feasts on me. 2. Well, you just can't leave me alone, can you?
I think she likes you.
You gonna kiss her, Captain?
Shut up. Now. We'll just pretend that never happened.
Aaron's a nice guy, but I don't think I could imagine him and Aloy together. Alright. So, next time... What's wrong with my face? There. Next time... I'll be taking my power nap right before we go back into the city. And then, it will be time to confront Helis and the rest of his army. So, until then, this is J-Dog X211, signing off.